Hi and welcome to another training video. I'm Onyx, owner of Family Canine Dog Training. I thought it would be a lot of fun today to take a look at 3 young puppies that are in for training and show you a little bit about how we can exploit a puppy's playfulness and just youth and energy and bounciness by utilizing their buddies as distractions, and then at the same time flipping it around on them and making the distraction the reward. So the old expression, sing for your supper, that's what I'm making them do in this video. So what's going on here is we've got 3 young pups. They're all really well matched to be together, work together, play together. They get along great. They're all very silly, playful puppies, as you're seeing right now in the video. So first up, we've got Cairo. Cairo's a Pit Bull Husky mix. And he's as sweet and just kind of jiggly and just jolly as a puppy can be. He's grown an immense amount, which has got nothing to do with the video, but it's just blown my mind how in the last couple of weeks he's just shot up. So that's Cairo. And Cairo is kind of the punching bag for the other 2 dogs, but he's the voluntary punching bag. And what I mean by that is they'll pounce on him, they'll jump on him, they'll chew on him, they'll nail him into the ground. And if he can get up for a second, he doesn't run away, he doesn't avoid, he comes right back and he's like, that was the best time I've ever had, can we do it again? And of course the other 2 dogs just oblige and keep hammering poor Cairo. So that's Cairo. And then next up is Teddy. Teddy's a Samoyed. He's about 7 months old and he's just a happy-go-lucky guy. Teddy is a very needy dog. He likes to always have some human contact or dog contact. He's not the pushiest of the bunch by any means. I'll reserve that for another dog in a minute. But he just wants to be in the mix. So if you watch him, he's always the one trailing the action. He's not the ringleader, but he wants to be there in the mix. And he's generally just a real happy guy. Samoyeds are not really famous for their obedience, okay? Samoyeds are just a breed of dog that's kind of wired and built to be their own thing, and they're very social, they're very nice dogs, but they're just not really geared for obedience. And you'll see Teddy when he's working in a minute and he's doing plays, it's hard work for him, and what you're seeing is literally a dog that came out from his kennel and was put on a dog bed. So there's nothing physically strenuous yet. He pants a lot, and it's just because his brain is sweating. So that's Teddy. And then last but definitely not least, we have Onyx. Onyx is the least physically imposing of the bunch. She's kind of scrawny and lanky. She looks like she walks on stilts. She's the most intense dog of the 3 though. Don't let her appearance fool you. She's a sweetheart. She's a happy dog, but she is the one that will just nail Cairo down. She grabs his whole skull in her mouth or his neck and just holds him down. And it's not aggressive, it's mock aggression, it's silly play, okay? But she's an intense puppy. And so what I'm doing with them in this particular video is I was working with Cairo and I had him on place and he's doing great. He's getting towards the end of his program. And then I brought out Teddy and introduced him to the mix. And they are just a couple of feet away from one another, you know, maybe 1.5 to 2 feet. And then I went and got Onyx. So a couple of really interesting things here. In order for me to go and get another dog, rather than asking someone in the kennel to bring me a dog, I've got to then leave the room. So first up, I leave Cairo and I go get Teddy. Come back with Teddy. Cairo's still on his place. That in itself is a big deal.
Yes, you are.
Then they're doing well. Now I've got Cairo and Teddy, and it's kind of like a game of Jenga. Now you're just building higher and higher and higher. And so I leave Cairo and Teddy and I come back with Onyx. And they're on their place as well. So happy day for me. Bring in Onyx and put her on place. And now we've got all 3 dogs. There's Cairo. And there's Teddy. Teddy's singing the blues, he's so frustrated. And Miss Onyx in the front. That's so good. Hi, Ani. Good stuff, guys. Hey, Ted. girl, sweetheart. Yeah, you're so good. And they've got to focus now. This is not easy. These are dogs that are used to playing together. These are dogs that are used to being excited when they're around one another. And like I talk to my clients about a lot, I'm always seeking to develop, the on-off switch in the dog. So it's fine that you want to play. It's fine that you're excitable. It's fine that you're an adorable puppy with beans in you and energy to burn. Sometimes we need you to work. When we need you to work, we'd like for it to work. So jealous. What I'm doing is I'm exercising that on-off switch. This is the hardest by a long shot for Onyx. Because of her wild playfulness, you'll see in the video around the other dogs, she is the most playful of the three. She is the ringleader, the one that just gets the party started. So it's harder for her to contain herself in this situation. And then because things are going so well, and like anything else in life, we want more. We're not satisfied with it going well as it is. Now we want to add layers of complexity. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking out a cookie and breaking it up. Now, this is more than just the distraction of a cookie itself. It also raises the issue of competitiveness, potential jealousy. And so it's not just, I want a cookie, it's I want a cookie, but another dog is eating it. Okay, so this is really something now. Now we're starting to push them into overdrive. And again, these are really young puppies, okay? Cairo's about 5 months old here. Onyx is maybe, I want to say 6 months, and Teddy's maybe a month older than that. So you can tell by their body language. Body language gives us a lot of info. Look at Cairo, he's very relaxed. So here I tossed him a piece of food. This is kind of funny. I jokingly tell Cairo his nose is broken. Look how long it takes him to find a piece of food. That's okay. His family loves him and he's real cute. Right, Cairo? Are you cute? All right, if Cairo had to audition for Canada Customs for detection work, he's not getting hired. Okay, but as a cute puppy and as a sweet pet in his family, can't ask for a nicer dog. Horses for courses, like we say. So again, look at the body language. Cairo is completely chill. He's focused on the food now, of course, so his ears are all up and forward. So we've got but you can see of the three, he's the most relaxed. The least relaxed clearly is Onyx, because she's sitting upright. Okay, because again, she's the more playful of the three. So being still, not that easy. Teddy was lying down the entire time until he saw me walk over to him to give him a piece of food. Then we had the food, then the competitive edge, and the potential for jealousy because one's getting a treat and the other one isn't, and so forth. What you're looking at now is 3 fresh dogs. They've not run around and played yet for the day. I don't like them to play a lot before training. I don't want to work with them when they're tired, when they're sluggish, or when the work is maybe just too easy in a case like this where they've got to be calm. I want to know that the controllability and the calmness I'm seeing is not because they're tired from a monster play session. They can have that monster play session later on. That's not a problem. I just don't want to get the message, or the feedback rather, that I'm getting from the dogs potentially corrupted because they're tired. So we're looking at fresh dogs here. That's a lot of crumbs to leave behind. They're finishing off the cookie now at this point. I've broken it up into a ton of pieces and just giving it to them. Good boy, Kai. I'll let them finish their treat and then turn them out. They can run out to play. And wow, when we put them out to play, is that something? And here we go. Now it's on. So there's poor Cairo. Okay, there's a few times where it looks like he's blinking SOS, but it's not the case. He's happy to be there. He keeps putting himself right back in there. It's not a problem, folks, when your dogs are playing. If one dog is constantly the submissive dog, if one dog is constantly the one who's on the bottom or looking like he's getting hammered, as long as he's comfortable with that. So as long as it's not creating conflict between the dogs. So this is not really germane to the video we're looking at, but since we're kind of touching on the topic, if they get along well, and they play well and the dynamic is good. There's going to be one that typically is just a little more assertive than the other, and that is fine. We are always looking to make everything equal. We want everyone to go home with that same ribbon, that same participation badge. No one had the upper hand, no one won, no one kept score. Dogs don't live like that, okay? So here, clearly, Cairo is the underdog, but he's comfortable being that, so it's not a problem. It's also not a problem because Teddy and Onyx are lovely puppies, so they're not taking advantage of him being the underdog in any kind of mean way, to use a human term. Okay, there's nothing malicious. This is completely benign. This is completely silly play. And so there's nothing wrong. If Cairo was my puppy and he was playing with those two dogs, I would be more than okay with this. Where the problem would come from would be is if Cairo wasn't comfortable there and he kept trying to one up. Perhaps one of those dogs would then go higher as well. They may not accept that, okay? Or if Cairo was not comfortable being that punching bag, like I said earlier, being the submissive dog of the group, and if he was trying to escape and the dogs don't let him, then of course that's a problem, because he should be there voluntarily. And so I've got tons of footage, tons of photos of these dogs playing together where Cairo is just getting hammered, and then as soon as he gets up and you think, oh man, he's gotta want to pack it in there, he's gotta have enough, he goes after them. So perhaps one of the other dogs took a little breather to go to the bathroom or to have a sniff or what have you, and then boom, here comes Cairo and he's like, hey, remember me? And he just pokes at them and then takes off and it starts fresh again. So just keep in mind, if we're talking about dogs that play together and one dog is constantly the submissive dog, as long as he's comfortable in that role and happy in that role, and as long as the other dogs don't exploit that in a malicious way, and it's a mutual consent between the dogs, then we're good. So that's going to do it for today. I wanted to show you a little bit of 3 young pups working, using their playfulness as a distraction, using their sociability as a distraction, a little bit of food in there as well, and then releasing them and turning them out and showing them there's a time and place. So again, the on-off switch. Until next time, I'm Onyx from Family Canine. Talk to you soon.